It's just one of those days. I was recording something and then it got effed up because people get in the way and they're annoying and they ruin things. They ruin great things. So my great thing was ruined. But now I'm re-recording. So basically what I wanted to talk about was depressing things because I'm really tired and I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm in a sad state, so I'm talking about sad things. But anyway, it was basically an anecdote. So my roommate is in ERG, which I believe stands for environmental environmental resources graduates. I don't know. I don't know what it stands for, but basically it's like environmental policy combined with environmental science. So anyway, my roommate was basically saying that, once you're in the higher rungs and once you reach the top of academia, so like once you're in the PhD program and you've taken all your classes and now you're doing research, then you start to realize how little everyone knows about these certain subjects. So like if you're thinking about doing research in one area, then that experiment might need to bring in research from somewhere else. And then you go to look, okay, who's done that research that I need? And it turns out no one has done that research yet. And you're thinking, this is so obvious. Why hasn't anyone done this research yet? And the problem is that there just aren't enough people who have reached that level of academia, I guess. And I experienced something similar last week. So in English, for our final, we have to write a paper because that's what you do in humanities. But I'm doing mine on Alice in Wonderland, and you would think Alice in Wonderland is the most famous piece of children's literature, at least in the English language, if not just like universally the most popular piece of children's literature. So you'd think that a lot of research has been done on it. So I was saying, okay, I'm going to do like how Alice's adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass relate to Carol's personal life, and how because of his personal life affecting his fiction, it like you can trace an undertone of melancholy through the whole thing. So Alice is happy on the surface, but if you look under it, then it's really freaking depressing and sad. And that's a reflection of Carol's own sadness about all the crap that was happening with him and Alice Liddell and blah blah blah. And I was concerned about my essay because I thought this is so boring because it's just unoriginal. And of course everything in Alice in Wonderland is connected to Carol's real life, and of course you can find like sad, depressing moments where Alice is isolated, where the White Knight is isolated, or whatever this stuff, and there's no empathy. There's no empathy in Wonderland. But I was talking to my professor about that, and I was like, oh, I'm unsure because I think it's unoriginal. And she was like, actually, like, not many people have written about this subject. And I was like, really? Like, are you kidding? It just seems so obvious, but no one has written about it. And it's like people talk about how in English, like, oh, there's nothing to do. But you can take research classes at Berkeley and you can do research on English. And there was someone a couple years ago, or maybe recently, who was looking through our Mark Twain files because Berkeley has the biggest collection of like Mark Twain first-hand resources. And he found like a new note or something in Mark Twain's writings, and he found it and he recorded it, and it was like a new thing. And it's like, Mark Twain is so famous, like how could someone have missed this note in his writing? I just don't understand. And it's, at least I think it's because we don't have that many people who ever reach the level that they like need to reach to be able to write these things or research these things and actually publish these things. I think that's also a problem. While there are probably plenty of people who have the capabilities to do the research and the writing, like taking your essay and then making it a publishable essay is so much more work because you have to get peer review and you have to talk to people and go to seminars and do all this crap. And it's just a giant hassle to publish things. So that's what I was basically talking about. It's like when you get higher and higher, you just realize that no one knows anything. And it's sad. It's kind of like, I remember one of my favorite lectures from Mr. Cadet was he was saying, biologists know how life works, and that's cool. Chemists, or no, sorry. He started with philosophers. Philosophers don't really know things, but they theorize, and it's all abstract. And it's like, whatever. But biologists are like, ugh, philosophers, you suck. Because nothing's concrete, and we have the scientific method. And then chemists are like, biologists, you guys are stupid. We really know how stuff works because we can figure things out at a chemical level. And then physicists are like, screw all y'all. We really know how the world works because we're physicists and we're the smartest people ever. But the top physicists are so smart that everything in the highest realm of physics goes back to theoretical and it's all abstract again. So you're back at philosophy. And that is so true, I think. And that is the point of the video. So, I'm sorry that this was not a well done vlog. I've never done a vlog where I was actually laying down, where I was actually so tired. But it's reached 7 minutes and it's too long. I don't like watching 7-minute videos, but I'll be impressed that if you make it through this video. But I actually think the content was somewhat decent. So anyway, I'll see you next week. And I promise that next week I'll have a really solid, well done vlog. So I'll see you then. Bye.